Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young, how two wounded hearts found love through chaos. When True Beauty premiered in late 2020, Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young captured the hearts of millions. He was Suho, aloof, flawless, deeply wounded behind cool composure. She was Ju-kyung, vulnerable, fiery, painfully misunderstood. Their transformation from enemies to love-intertwined souls mirrored the emotional roller coaster captured in countless viral edits. Fans immediately shipped them. Hashtag True Beauty couple skyrocketed in trends. Fan art flooded timelines, and speculation about chemistry that might be real intensified. Though both have repeatedly denied dating rumors, agencies emphasize professionalism and friendship. Social media chatter hasn't cooled. Playful comments, behind-the-scenes warmth, and island photos tagged with the same beach set off wildfire speculation again in late 2023. But what if their friendship and chemistry contained unexpected depths? If healing sparks could ignite through heartache. Cha Eun-woo once confided in a variety show cast, "I never believed a match made in heaven. I want someone who will stand by me when I share my weaknesses." Tears following his words. He described years of isolation, perfectionism, and the fear that any mistake would unravel him. To fans, he embodies flawless image, but beneath the veneer is a man terrified of being seen. Moon Jae-young, since her child actor days, has carried the weight of public expectations. Cancel culture, body-shaming trolls, and rumors about her relationships, often unfounded or exaggerated. Every misstep felt amplified. Both had built defenses. Eun-woo withdrew emotionally. Jae-young polished her persona meticulously. It began at a children's literacy event in Seoul. Moon Jae-young volunteered. Eun-woo attended as a celebrity guest. Alone in a map-covered room, he leaned on spatters of watercolor from kids. She knelt beside him, painting a cartoon cloud. Their eyes met in silence, the kind of still recognition that dates back to True Beauty. But now they were no longer characters, just two hesitant strangers. "You still draw like that?" he asked softly, gesturing. She smiled then, a small crack in her guard. "When the world's too loud, art speaks my truth." He hesitated. "I've been silent too long." She looked up, then started talking. After the event, they found themselves walking along the Han River. "Moon, why now? Why this event?" "Cha!" I realized silences only preserve distance. She paused. Lights rippled across the water. "Moon, I've been afraid of mistakes, opinions, the past." Cha stepped closer. "I bought all the tickets for that fear." Her voice cracked. "I didn't know if I could trust again." He took her hand. Not an impulse, but a careful gesture. "Maybe we can start small. Like this. No cameras, no performance. Just us." Soon after, news of their reunion spread. Fans matched beach tags, rumors resurrected. Netizens trended their names. Agencies reiterated the just friends line, the same script they'd used before. But beneath the controlled PR, cracks widened when they both realized how much they need space to heal. Remember the rumor that photos showed them together at a beach? Neither confirmed it. Later revealed to be for a brand shoot, not romance, but illuminated how easily public speculation could warp everything. One evening, as cast members celebrated a wrap for Eun-woo's drama, Moon slipped inside the green room. The door was locked. A karaoke machine blinked. She tapped, then entered. Eun-woo sat on the floor, phone photos of painful past events glowing dimly. 2 mugs beside him. He stood abruptly. "I thought I buried everything," he said. She placed a hand on the machine. "Sing," she told him. He pressed play, and his song was "Hurt" by Johnny Cash. His voice cracked. She grabbed the mic and sang backup softly. They finished in tears. 2 guards down, 2 wounded souls singing to each other. The urban winter of Seoul was late. On a rooftop deck littered with snow and office lights, Eun-woo found Moon shaking. She exhaled. "I still dream I'm under scrutiny. On break, but never safe." He knelt and stuck out a piece of paper, his own sketch of stars and the river where they met. His words handwritten at the bottom. "This is where we began. If you trust me enough to come here, take my hand." She stepped closer. "This is brave," she said. He looked at her squares of coat and tears. So are you. They wanted something unpublicized. So Eun-woo drove to a small cafe on the outskirts of Jeongju. Rain tapped the roof as they ordered hot chocolate. No fans. No recognition. Just a waitress asking about pastries. Moon, this feels impossible. Cha, it's fragile. Moon took a sip. And worth it. He smiled quiet. Only if you let it. They stayed until the cafe emptied. Rain visible through wide windows, their conversation stitching trust stitch by stitch. When Eun-woo received a role offer in a major Hollywood series and Moon Jae-young was offered lead in a Netflix romance film abroad, they faced separation. Pressure rose. They spoke through calls, time zones battling heartbeats. Jealousy flickered, insecurity boiled, but neither asked the other to give up their dreams. Instead, Eun-woo sent her a video call of rehearsing lines, all wrong accents and forgotten cues. Just to make her laugh, Moon sent him hers, crying through a dramatic breakup scene where director demanded perfection. They said nothing to each other, just watched the other wobble and recover. It was the same. No interviews, no public statements, just trustful vulnerability building behind the scenes. Moon's agency sent a photographer to take stage engagement images to breed excitement, but Eun-woo leaked a raw photo on his personal blog instead. Moon dancing barefoot on a quiet rooftop. City lights blurred behind her. Moon responded by filming Eun-woo singing karaoke alone after rehearsal, perfectly off-key, and posted on her story. He's human. Fans went wild. Not because they're dating, but because they felt honesty, two people shedding pretense for each other. For their half-year anniversary, Eun-woo secretly booked a small jazz bar. When Moon walked in, downbeat bass played True Beauty soundtrack softly. The pianist stopped. Eun-woo stood with a microphone. He addressed the audience briefly. This isn't about showbiz. It's for her, because she taught me how to be brave. Then he sang Stand By Me, voice strong, clear. Halfway through, Moon came on stage and joined harmonies. It wasn't a public declaration. In fact, it wasn't broadcast. It was just one moment of two hearts breathing together under soft lights. Today they remain officially just friends. No public confirmation, no stage photo ops. Yet they built something rare. Trust forged from shared wounds. Love born not from fantasy, but from witnessing each other's vulnerabilities. Determination to let careers soar, while holding safe in each other's presence. Fans continue to ship them, and it won't fade. The internet speculates. Reporters dig. But they've chosen resilience over revelation, because with love like theirs, silence can carry deeper meaning than any headline. Cha Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young overcame obstacles every day. Their own emotional scars of perfection and insecurity. The crushing glare of public speculation. Career. They thought it was private. A live stream test for a virtual fan meet. Moon Jae-young and Cha Eun-woo were rehearsing lines, laughing, teasing, improvising behind the scenes. Try saying it with more longing, she challenged. He leaned forward, eyes piercing hers. You're the only one I look for, even in a crowd. She blinked. That line wasn't in the script. Neither of them noticed that for 17 seconds, the camera went live, broadcasting their exchange to nearly 6,000 viewers. Within 24 hours, media spun a dozen theories. Secret dating, soft launches, or just marketing. Their agencies denied involvement, calling it an internal rehearsal clip accidentally leaked. But the chemistry in that moment, raw, unrehearsed, was undeniable. Suddenly, their quiet healing was under siege. Moon Jae-young's face returned to magazine covers with tabloid-style headlines. Moon's mystery romance, real or PR trick? Cha Eun-woo's intimate confession, acting or admittance? She avoided interviews. Eun-woo canceled 2 variety show appearances. Not out of shame, but because something sacred had been exposed. On a cold Saturday, Eun-woo sent her location pin. No text, no context. She followed it to a quiet art exhibit titled Things We Didn't Say. Each installation displayed letters never sent, drawings never shown, photographs blurred by grief. He waited for her in the final gallery, where a single blank canvas stood. He handed her a sharper. She stared at him. He whispered, "Write what you couldn't say to me." Moon held the marker tight, then wrote 3 words in Hangul. I wish it was you. He wrote his response underneath. It's always been you. Their film, an indie romance shot in secret months earlier, was set to premiere at the Busan Film Festival. But an anonymous staff member leaked images of their off-camera closeness. Sharing earbuds, her head on his shoulder, his jacket over her legs between scenes. Paparazzi swarmed. Their agency debated pulling them from the red carpet altogether. Moon Ji-young was terrified. Maybe we step back, she told him. Let it cool. Eun-woo took her hand. Or maybe we walk to the storm together. Busan, October. Thunder threatened overhead. Most stars had umbrellas. Stylists rushed with towels. Security yelled directions. But Eun-woo stepped out of the car without cover, black suit drenched. Jae-young followed, her heels splashing into shallow puddles. She wore no coat, no shield. They walked the carpet side by side, rain soaking their hair, their gowns, their fear. Reporters screamed questions. Flashbulbs blinded them. But they only looked at each other and smiled. That night, in a quiet hotel room overlooking the bay, they finally fought. Do you understand what you just risked? Her voice cracked. This isn't a fairy tale. I wasn't protecting an image, he said. I was protecting you. She sat down hard. I'm tired, Eun-woo. Tired of being a headline. Tired of always feeling like I have to choose between peace and truth. He knelt in front of her. Then let's choose each other. She looked at him. And what if it breaks us? He cupped her face. Then we break and rebuild together. Weeks later, Eun-woo took her to meet his grandmother, his anchor, his compass. Moon Jae-young wore no makeup, just a ponytail and nervous eyes. The old woman stared at her for a long moment, then reached for her hand. I prayed he'd find someone who could see past a boy with the perfect smile, she said. Moon blinked back tears. You're not what I expected, child. Moon nodded slowly. Neither is he. The grandmother smiled. Good. That's how real stories begin. Rumors exploded again. False claims that they'd split due to creative differences and career divergence. Netizens debated. Agencies remained silent. And for 3 days, so did they. On the 4th, Moon sent him a voice note. They can talk about us all they want, but they'll never get to rewrite what we are. He replied with a photo, a simple text message written on a napkin. We didn't break up. We just paused to breathe. In a surprise twist, the film was selected to close a European festival in Paris. There, during a post-screening Q&A, a foreign journalist asked, what do you think is the difference between acting love and being in love? Moon looked at Eun-woo, then turned to the audience. When you're acting, you wait for the director to say cut. She paused. But when you're in love, you never want the scene to end. The room exploded in applause. Eun-woo took her hand in full view of flashing cameras and didn't let go. They still don't post selfies together. They don't offer statements. They don't owe the world a confirmation. But they travel. They laugh. They grow. They show up at small indie premieres together. They support each other's solo projects. And when one walks alone, the other's shadow isn't far behind. Their love, built in silence, grown in storms, and sealed by truth, have become a lighthouse for anyone who believes real connection